Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive, into NVIDIA's just incredible success with AI. I mean, it's 2025 and it's everywhere.
Yeah.
We've got, a bunch of web articles and some pretty interesting chatter on social media about them. So that's what we're going to unpack today. I mean, NVIDIA is absolutely crushing it financially.
Yeah.
They're a third largest U.S. company by market cap now.
It's impressive.
But how much do you actually know about what's fueling this growth like?
Yeah, that's the real question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think most people, when they think of NVIDIA, they still think gaming graphics cards,
Right?
but their reach goes way beyond that now.
Okay, yeah, so let's get into it. I mean, NVIDIA, they just announced their Q4 2025 revenue.
Yeah.
A record-breaking $39.3 billion.
Wow.
That's a 78% jump year over year.
It's crazy.
So clearly something big is happening here.
Yeah, this level of growth is it's a sign of something much bigger happening in tech right now.
Uh-huh.
And AI is at the center of it all.
Oh.
NVIDIA has been, quietly building what you could call an AI empire. And I think the world is really starting to take notice.
An AI empire, huh?
Yeah.
That sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
What are the building blocks of this empire? I mean, what's going on?
Well, one of the biggest is their dominance in the AI accelerator market.
Okay.
So AI accelerators, they're these specialized chips that are designed to speed up AI tasks.
Right.
And NVIDIA controls over 75% of that market.
Wow.
As of last year, a market worth around $90 billion.
That is a huge slice of the pie.
It is.
It means they're outpacing some serious competitors.
Oh, yeah.
AMD, Intel.
Yeah.
Even giants like Google and Amazon who are trying to make their own chips.
Right.
So what's giving NVIDIA such an edge over all of them?
Well, it's not just one thing.
Okay.
It's a combination of strategic moves and initiatives.
Uh-huh.
Let's call them NVIDIA's secret weapons.
Secret weapons.
Okay.
Okay. I am definitely all ears.
One of these secret weapons is their development of these advanced AI systems. Take Blackwell, for example.
Yeah.
It's already sold out well into 2025.
Really?
And it's being called the most ambitious project in Silicon Valley right now.
Oh, wow. Why is Blackwell so ambitious? What's all the hype about?
Well, Blackwell is designed to meet the massive computational demands of training these large language models,
Okay.
which are the foundation of, a lot of the next generation AI applications we're seeing.
Right.
These models, they're incredibly complex.
Yeah.
And training them requires an immense amount of processing power.
I can imagine.
Blackwell is one of the few systems capable of handling this efficiently.
So it's kind of like a super-powered engine built specifically for the most demanding AI applications.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then there's Rubin, which is shrouded in even more secrecy. And it's slated to launch next year.
What can you tell us about Rubin?
Well, it's hard to say for sure,
Okay.
but the rumors suggest that Rubin could be a major leap forward in AI capabilities.
Wow.
Some are even speculating that it could revolutionize the way we interact with AI,
Yeah.
making it much more intuitive and human-like.
Okay, so we've got these powerful AI systems, but NVIDIA doesn't seem to be going it alone.
Right.
They've been forming some pretty interesting partnerships, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
One partnership that really flew under the radar is their backing of Coreweave's $35 billion IPO
Wow.
earlier this year.
Okay.
Most people have never even heard of Coreweave,
I haven't.
but they're a major player in AI cloud computing.
So what's the significance of that partnership?
Well,
Why is AI cloud computing such a big deal?
AI cloud computing is all about making AI accessible.
Okay.
So think of it this way. Instead of needing to buy and manage, your own expensive hardware,
Right.
you can access these powerful AI systems remotely via the cloud.
Oh, okay.
This opens up AI development to a much wider range of companies and individuals.
Right.
And with the CoreWeave partnership, NVIDIA is positioning itself as a leader in that space.
This is starting to feel like a real strategic play. NVIDIA isn't just making the chips, they're building the entire infrastructure for AI to thrive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're thinking about the whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of what makes them so successful. Yeah.
Okay, so we're back, and we're digging even deeper into NVIDIA's AI empire.
Yeah.
We've talked about their just, dominant market share,
Right.
their secret weapons like Blackwell and Rubin, and their strategic partnerships.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot to take in, but it really paints a pretty clear picture of how NVIDIA is setting itself up for success here.
It does. It really does. And remember, we're talking about a company that's grown its revenue by 78% year over year. I mean,
Wild.
that's not just luck. That's a sign of a really well-executed strategy.
Right. And it makes you wonder what other moves they have up their sleeve.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier that there were even more partnerships, some of them pretty secretive.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about those?
Well, let's go back to those hidden partnerships for a second.
All right.
We talked about Coreweave and their move into AI cloud computing.
Right.
But Nvidia has been quietly working with some unexpected players, too.
Like who?
Like major telecom companies.
Really?
Yeah, they're helping them build out their own AI cloud infrastructure.
Telecom companies, that's not the first industry that comes to mind when you think about AI. Why are
Right.
they getting involved?
Well, think about the massive amounts of data telecom companies generate every single day.
Yeah.
Network traffic, user behavior, location data.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a gold mine for AI applications.
That's true.
And NVIDIA is providing the tools and the expertise to help these companies harness that data and create new services.
So it's not just about selling chips, it's about enabling a whole new wave of AI-powered applications across all sorts of industries.
Precisely. NVIDIA's vision extends far beyond just hardware.
Yeah.
They're building an entire ecosystem,
Okay.
a platform for AI innovation that could touch, every corner of the tech world.
Okay, this is where it gets really fascinating for me.
Yeah.
We've talked about the market dominance, the partnerships, the infrastructure. But
Right.
what about the actual applications of all this technology? You mentioned something called generative AI earlier.
Yeah.
What exactly is that?
So generative AI is one of the most exciting areas of AI development right now.
Okay.
It's about using AI to create new content, things like images, text, music, even code.
Really?
Yeah. One example that caught my eye is NVIDIA's work on an AI-powered weather forecasting system called CorrDiff.
Weather forecasting, how is that an AI problem?
Well, weather forecasting involves analyzing huge amounts of data and making complex predictions. CorrDiff uses AI to improve the accuracy and the speed of those forecasts.
So it's not just about telling you if you need an umbrella tomorrow.
No, it's much bigger than that. Accurate weather forecasting has implications for everything from agriculture and disaster preparedness to transportation and energy management.
That makes sense. It sounds like generative AI could have a huge impact across lots of different industries.
Absolutely. And then there's this whole other area of AI that NVIDIA is focusing on.
Okay, what's that?
Agentic AI.
Agentic AI, what is that?
So agentic AI focuses on creating AI systems that can perform tasks autonomously, learn from their experiences, and even collaborate with humans. Think of it like AI that can act independently, almost like an agent.
That sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie.
You know, right?
What are the potential applications of agentic AI? I mean, what can we use it for?
Well, the potential is vast. Imagine AI systems that can manage complex supply chains, optimize traffic flow in cities, or even assist with surgery.
Wow.
Yeah, agentic AI could transform industries, automate these complex processes, and maybe even change how we think about work and productivity in the future.
It's a lot to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
We've got these incredibly powerful AI systems, strategic partnerships that span industries, and then these groundbreaking applications like generative and agentic AI.
It is a lot to take in, and we're only just scratching the surface. But it all points to one thing. NVIDIA's playing the long game.
Okay.
They're not just focused on today's AI applications. They're building the foundation for the future of AI. A future where AI is deeply integrated into every aspect of our lives.
Okay, so we've talked about the what and the how of NVIDIA's AI empire,
Right.
but I think there's a bigger question we need to address:
What's that?
the why.
Yeah, you're right. It's one thing to understand how NVIDIA is achieving this level of success, but it's another to understand the driving force behind their vision. What is it about AI that has them so convinced it's the future, and what does that future look like?
Yeah, those are some big questions, and that's where we'll pick things up in the final part of our deep dive.
Okay.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
All right, we are back for the final part of our deep dive, into NVIDIA's AI empire.
Yeah.
And I think we've covered a lot of ground, from their market dominance and those, secret weapons they're building to these mind-boggling applications like generative and agentic AI.
Yeah. I mean, it all paints a pretty impressive picture,
It does.
but it also raises some big questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about the what and the how of their strategy, but now we need to grapple with the why. What's the driving force behind NVIDIA's vision for the future of AI?
Yeah.
And what does that future actually look like?
Well, based on what we've seen so far, it seems like NVIDIA really believes that AI has the potential to transform just about every industry imaginable.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not just focused on making chips. They're building the platforms, the tools, the partnerships
Right.
to make AI accessible to everyone.
Yeah, that's right. They're creating this entire ecosystem
Mm,
for AI to flourish. And that's where it gets really interesting. Imagine a world where AI isn't just a tool
right.
for tech companies or researchers.
Yeah.
It's something that everyone can use to solve problems.
Yeah.
Create new things.
Right.
And make their lives better.
That sounds almost utopian, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
AI that's readily available, easy to use, and capable of helping us with just about anything. I
Yeah.
mean, is that realistic?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? There's still a lot of challenges to overcome.
Yeah, what kinds of challenges?
Well, for example,
Mm-hmm.
we need to make sure AI is developed responsibly
Uh-huh.
with safeguards in place to prevent bias and misuse.
Right. And what about access? If Nvidia is controlling so much of the technology, does that mean only a select few will be able to reap the benefits?
That's another valid concern.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that AI doesn't become a tool that only the wealthy and powerful can access.
Yeah.
There needs to be a focus on making AI accessible to everyone, regardless of their resources or
Right.
technical expertise.
So it sounds like there's a lot of work to be done,
Yeah,
both on the technical side and on the ethical side,
definitely.
before we can really, truly realize the potential of AI.
There is. But the exciting thing is that the conversation is already happening.
Yeah.
People are thinking critically about the implications of AI, and that's the first step towards building a future where AI is a force for good.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners? What should they be thinking about as they watch NVIDIA's AI empire continue to grow?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is the future of AI isn't predetermined.
Yeah.
It's something that we're all shaping every day,
Yeah.
through the choices we make.
Right.
And the conversations that we have. NVIDIA is undoubtedly a major player in this space,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not the only one.
Right. It's up to all of us to be informed and engaged and maybe even a little bit skeptical
Yeah,
as we navigate this new world of AI.
exactly. We need to be asking questions,
Yeah.
considering the implications
Right.
and working together to ensure that AI is developed and used in a way that benefits everyone.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, into NVIDIA's AI empire.
Yeah,
It's a complex topic, but hopefully we've given you some food for thought.
I hope so.
What are your thoughts on the future of AI?
Yeah, let us know.
We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for listening.